The other day, I decided to delete my Facebook account. Basically, when I deleted Facebook, I also deleted the only way I have of communicating with my friend Ian, who lives in Australia. Basically, when he moved back to Australia, he changed his number from a UK one to an Australian one. And I guess I just assumed we'd only communicate over the internet. Obviously, that was an error. So, I am about to do something incredibly stupid. Earlier today, I took 2.5 weeks off work and I am going to fly to Australia to find Ian and ask him for his email address. I've got no idea where Ian is, he does not know that I'm coming, and I've got about 2 weeks to search the whole of Australia. Now that I'm in Australia, I think I'm beginning to realise just how colossally stupid this idea is. Excuse me, folks, I'm so sorry to bother you. Do you know a man called Ian? Do you know a man called Ian? Has anyone seen an Australian man called Ian? It's so hard. There are so many Ians in Australia.
And here is the determined Ian seeker himself, Tom Davies. Welcome, Tom.
Oh, thank you so much.
I don't want to get too Poirot on you here, but have you tried Googling him or alternatively using a friend's Facebook page just to type his name in and find him that way?
Well, I must admit that thought has crossed my mind. But isn't that also what Mark Zuckerberg would want?
Because I only say this because I really don't mean to burst your bubble here, but one of our producers literally found him in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I can imagine that might be doable. But I just feel like by the time that thought actually came to me, I'd already booked the flights, and so I'm coming now, so I might as well go the whole hog, do you know what I mean?
Tom, take us into your relationship with Ian. What does Ian mean to you? It's an amazing thing that you've done. You've flown all around the world looking for Ian. Why is he so important?
Ian is actually a really close friend, believe it or not. We were kind of thrown together in a house share in Oxford in the UK in 2013. I'd been living in a tent for the previous 3 months, but that's a kind of separate story. So I ended up having to find a house, and Ian was one of the housemates. And it was pretty tough because it was my first job out of university. It wasn't very well paid. Oxford is one of the most expensive places to live in the UK, so it was a challenge. And I guess Ian was that friend to me, the guy who was always there during those difficult times.
It's very sweet, but it is only obviously one perspective. I mean, when Ian changed his number, usually you'd send out a message to everyone saying, this is my new number. He didn't send that message.
Just not to
yeah, exactly.
Tom.
Not to you, Tom. So is there a chance that Ian doesn't want to hear from you?
I mean, I suppose there is, yeah, but it seems to me very unlikely. If I were a betting man, I'd put a large amount of money on Ian wanting to be found.
Also, if I wanted to run away from someone, I'd go to Australia. It's a long way away, Tom.
Yeah, tell me about it. I've just come off the flight.
I'd put money on him not wanting to be found on account of him not having gotten in touch, despite the fact the whole world seems to know about this.
Or maybe he's playing the game too.
Ah.
Well, that thought did cross my mind as well. To be honest, when I started doing this, and obviously I've been documenting it on TikTok, I really loved the idea of jumping out and surprising him and doing the whole, look, I'm here. But I think that's kind of been ruined, in a good way, by being on the actual television.
Yeah, I think that's right. Would you like to just say, surprise, now?
Happily. Surprise!
I think we all agree it was worth the moment. It really was. Is it possible, clearly you haven't had luck just asking random people in the street if they've seen Ian. Is it possible your photo's not very good? Because the one photo we've got of him, I mean, that could be anybody.
Yeah, it's not a great picture. Unfortunately, when I deleted my Facebook account, I didn't just delete my contact with Ian, I deleted most of the photos I have of me in my life. So it was an error on many fronts, really.
Is there anything you'd like to say to Ian, if he's watching?
Yeah, Ian, I don't know, maybe if we can put my contact details out through other social media platforms on the project's social media, you can get in touch with me that way.
Great. All right, good luck, Tom. Wish you all the best for your...
Thank you so much.
Yeah, your quest. I hope it ends well.
Me too.
If nothing else, congratulations on being the first guest on this show to wear a T-shirt that just screams help. Thanks, mate.
Good on you, Tom. Good luck with it.
Thanks so much, guys.